Happy Sunday, everyone. How are we all doing today? Oh, what a day. What a Sunday. I cannot believe it. Most of you will have no fucking idea what I'm feeling right now, but uh I guess if any of you have ever supported a really shitty team that's never achieved anything in their lives, then you might be able to feel a little bit of what I'm feeling right now, but fuck me. Yeah, no worries, Giddy. And yeah, Kerry, I'll see you about as well, bro. How can you stay with a fat girl? What? Can you put that one into context, please? How you doing, Westy? What's good, Crystal? Hope you're doing well today. Hustle Bones. Yeah. Bruv, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. This feels like a fucking dream to me right now. I am my biggest supporter. I totally know how you're feeling. Think about that and try not to laugh. Dude, oh, literally, yeah. I know none of you really know that much about football or soccer as you dirty cunts like to call it. But my club has never won anything in my entire lifetime. And to be honest, I thought I'd die without seeing us win anything. And we finally did it today. I'm so chuffed. William, it was really nothing by the Smiths. That was the context. Oh my god. My head's all over the place right now, man. And the thing is, yeah, I've had to do it without being fueled on like if today was gonna be a good day to start drinking again, it was gonna be this day, but I've held it off. Just gonna wait a couple more weeks. But fuck me. How you doing, JVD? I've had my first video that's gone to 10K as well. So it's been a spectacular week. It's been a spectacular week for me. I have a feeling it's gonna be all downhill from here, but fuck it. Such is life. I'm over the fucking moon. I hope everyone's having as good a weekend as I'm having. I'm just made up. Shocking night of picks last night though. I think I got I think I probably went like 20% on the card. I got almost everything wrong. And I don't even care. Fortunately, I didn't bet a lot of money last night. I only stuck 25 quid on, so I wasn't really hurting. Poor me. I have a child who loves me and a dink wife. My life is so hard. Wow, wow. You haven't lived with her, mate. Slot lost the plot. Do you know what I think it was? Yeah, I think them going to extra time over the week did not help. They went to extra time. They obviously had the drop down from that. What's up, Frank? Aren't your picks always terrible though? Fuck off. Mate, if you go back to my actually I had a parlay going until the last two. So I picked Alessi dos Santos and I picked Vittori to win by decision. So I was somewhat off. I got the main ones wrong. I got most of the others correct. I gotta be honest, I didn't watch the card, just caught the live updates and congrats, thanks, bro. Yeah, no, I had to watch the co-main. I had to watch the feature fight, the co-main, and the main back because I just couldn't be fucked. I went to sleep. I'd lost interest by that point. It was, and to be fair, it was a pretty decent card. I just don't love MMA the way that I used to. This is like the fifth card this year that I've just crashed out on and not bothered. Just finished skiing. Now got to go to work. Back into the ice cream van, yeah, bro. I mean, I assume. I assume you're I assume that's your profession. But how you doing, though, bro? Dismal fucking show. The thing is, bro, like hustle. My brother's a Liverpool fan, so I'm not even gonna gloat about it because we actually don't have much of a rivalry. Like I am so used to Liverpool bending us over a table and doggying the lucky charms out of us that I'm still in shock. I don't even believe this has happened. Hey Frank was low key pleasantly surprised by the card. I thought it was great when we started off with two fucking slags getting knockouts. I was over the moon. Couldn't believe what I was watching. Somebody called it in the chat when we were live yesterday. They were like, I bet you the women show out tonight. And they did. I'm sorry, I have to throw this out here. If you have a child that loves you and a wife that will just leave it at it, that gives context to your character, the child is right, your wife sucks. I mean, I didn't say that. I'm not going to go too far. But, you know, there are challenges that face any situation. I'll put it that way. But hey, I'm happy for you winning something. I can see the Mickey Mouse Cup means a lot. Bro, this is like the, I don't know how you would compare it to for people in America. It's like our Super Bowl. Us winning anything is amazing. Would you rather leave your woman alone with Westy Mass or Giuliano? No disrespect, I think they both strike out pretty badly in my situation. I mean, look at me. Fucking hell, come on, guys. Got nothing to worry about. My belief in relationships has always been like, if I was cheated on when I was a teenager, and it really pissed me off. And after that, it just changed me into the disgusting human being you see before you today. I'm literally emotionless about that stuff. So my belief is like, if I ever got snake like that, I would just be like, well, fuck her then. I'd move on after a shower. What's good, Chitty? What's good, Frankie? Thoughts on Chitty back? That clinch knee was disgusting. That's a huge win. That is a huge win because Aleski, I know this Aleski dos Santos is old as fuck, but and so is Chitty to be fair. But damn, that's a huge win. How you doing, Andrew? Andrew, I'm in an unbelievable mood today, sir. Unbelievable mood. Rarely wear this shirt out of embarrassment. I was clinging to it today. Would you rather have your girl cheat on you with crossover audio? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? God damn. Why are you guys trying to bring me down today? Hustle, we really do deserve it. We really do deserve it because it's been painful supporting this club. Really painful. I stopped watching football for 5 years because of it. Legit, I'd given up. And I grew up playing football, grew up watching football. I couldn't have been more. I know more about football than I do MMA, which will surprise nobody because my MMA knowledge is not exactly amazing. But yeah, I'm chuffed. I'm chuffed. I'm made up. And things have been going pretty well on YouTube as well. Hello. No, no, no. We have to go. We have to go shower now. No, she knows you're in here. You can't hide. You can't. Hang on, guys. 1 second. I appreciate that, Hustle Bones. Soccer is so gay. Well, if anyone would know, it would be you, G. It would be you, G. It would be you. You're not muted. We heard you talk about stealing local couples' blood, you monster. Fuck you, No Chill. No one's gonna bring me down today, no matter how hard you try. I don't care if my mic fucks up. I don't care what happens. You can all go suck my dick if you can find it, which isn't fucking easy, believe you me. Can't wait to buy Isak off you this summer. Well, that's not necessary. You were humble for about 12 seconds there. Fair play to you. He always runs in here and hides. It's he's the worst at hide and seek in the world. He's still at the age where he tells you where to hide and then tells you where he's going to hide. And then also he hides in the same place like 10 times in a row and then gets surprised when you find him. How you doing, Klaus? What's good, my man? By the way, all love to you as well, Colton. Hope you're well, bro. You sick fuck. I know Parasect. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
How you doing, JVD? What's good, man?
Big Frankie. What you saying?
Oh, man, I'm made up, bro. I'm made up.
How's
God,
the pick rate
look,
going?
love
You
you, bud.
fucking...
Don't forget, Frankie is not a person, but a century-old vampire. Work with each other to get him found by... Shout out to you, bro. Hope you're
He's a
doing well.
shit predictor as well. Don't let him fool you.
Brother, I'm a fucking great predictor. How you doing, fool?
Didn't you fucking lose Silk Pajamas? Don't even chat to me.
Didn't I lose what?
You lost Silk Pajamas.
Yeah, I lose silk pajamas all the time, but I'm a big risk taker.
No. I mean, you
There's no
lost
money
the whole
involved
event.
there.
That's crazy.
Are you still going strong on that?
No, I'm doing shit, man. I'm not. I forgot to
Shut
do
the
my
fuck
picks.
up, then, bro.
I've got to do my fucking picks, innit?
Oh, you forgot to do them.
Yeah, I was tossing up. I was hoping Vittori would have made a comeback, man, but fucking bum.
I only watched it in little spats. I don't know. It was a tough one to call. I put everything on Vittori for that one. I just assumed he'd get it done.
No, I don't know. Delizzi's like good now, isn't it? Weird.
Well, he's that. It's amazing how being stuck with a dragon lady and waking up at 4 a.m. to do the feeding. Because let's be honest, he's the one doing it. Has worked out for him. It's crazy.
I mean, it's just mad to think that he's not shit anymore.
He's still a bit shit. But it was a great fight, though. I wouldn't mind seeing them fight again. That was a great fight.
I need to see Vittori fight again soon as well.
I think he will. I mean, the thing you get out of Vittori is you don't get like skill, but you get a scrap, and sometimes that's better.
You get somebody fucking smacking on his noggin, innit?
Mm. I enjoy going back and watching it, and I'm probably gonna watch it again. I very rarely go back and watch fights a second time, but I will with that one. It was a good scrap.
You know what? There was no names on that card. It was fucking awful, but it was really fun.
See, sometimes it works out that way.
There was a card at the beginning of the year, the Mackenzie Dern card. That was a shit card, but ended up being really fun.
Yeah, sometimes the ones on paper really, because I think they go for it a little bit more. You know, they see it as their opportunity to you know, they're in the spotlight, take advantage of it, and I loved all that. I thought every fight was pretty decent. There was nothing that
Unfortunately,
really
as soon as you hit the rankings, you just become a little bit shit.
Well, you got more to lose, I guess.
Well, yeah,
You know,
like you see these titles,
when
like
you're low
Izzy
down,
title fights, they used to be so gay.
yeah, when you're low down in the rankings, you can literally not get a fight again if you have your first fight and you completely suck. They can just bounce you out, or you won't get opportunities. Whereas when you're in that spot, you kind of got nothing to lose and you can go for it. So it usually results in a lot more. But I enjoyed the card for what it was worth.
Dude, Magomed Ankalaev.
We didn't get to talk about that, did we? Because you weren't on
What a
last
guy.
time. You called it, and so did I. Actually, I did very well on that card. I went I think I only got 2 fights wrong on that card.
Oh, I hate that you won. Sucks so bad.
Did you want Pereira to win?
Heavyweight fight with Tom Aspinall, innit?
Well, my only gripe about that was just the week before, Gilly bet me a nice chunk of change that the John Jones and Aspinall fight's going to happen by November, and I've been convinced all along it's not going to happen. And then after I made the bet, it occurred to me, if Alex Pereira loses, it's almost guaranteed to happen.
Well, it's either that or retirement. Nothing else can happen.
Or he can do the double scumbag and book the fight and then fake it. I'm going with he books the fight eventually, and then he fakes a training injury and retires. I don't think the fight happens. I think the fight gets booked, but I don't think it
You
actually happens.
think he Dominic cruises? I
I think he
maybe.
Dominic cruises it. If he's smart, he will. He will, but I'm glad you've come on to talk about that because, like I said, the Anchor Live one, I was very, very impressed with the performance. When I was watching it live, I thought
Impressed with the
Alex
performance. He failed 12 takedowns.
he did,
He's been wrestling since he was a toddler.
but Anchor Live isn't really as good a wrestler as people claim he is. His percentages are actually not that good at getting takedowns. He's
I
actually
know
a
he is
striker,
shit, but
but
that's a heavy Dagestani for you. They're all pretty shit when they get heavy.
yeah. But he did. I thought he game planned it really well. When I was watching it live, I thought Alex had won 3-2, but that he didn't deserve to win the fight. If that makes sense.
Dude, what was Alex doing, man? Where was the jab? Where was the cross? Where were the
I think
hooks?
Anchor Live was just in his face so much that he couldn't do anything about it.
Bruv, he fights Alex fights like Izzy. What the fuck was that?
He did fight a lot like Izzy. He was
Just
dependent highly
kicking the
on
legs at range.
just leg kicks, and that was it.
Where was the hooks?
Mate, it was a
I
strange
think
performance in general.
If Alex Pereira was fighting that fight, I think he would have won.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Instead of being so scared about the takedown that you don't let your hands go.
It could have been that. I just think Anchor Live was Anchor. What surprised me is we talked a lot about this about Anchor Live maybe being too stupid and going for a striking battle. It worked to a T. He got out fought in that fight, out game planned. He was fighting on the back foot the entire time. What do you think about this? What do you think about what Shotty's saying with Francis's PFL contract running out soon? What do you think that could lead to? Which would be weird. He's only fought there.
I mean, the UFC is. I know they had like a lot of influence from like Turkey and whatnot, but the UFC is still pretty strong in their like foundation of opinions and whatnot. Or they're like really, I don't know. I'm zonked.
Hmm.
They're like they're really stubborn. So I don't think they're going to let this grudge against Ngannou go. So I don't think we're going to see Ngannou versus Tom.
Yeah, that's what I was. I think it would be the
People keep
perfect thing to
saying
do
that.
if they could bring Ngannou back and stick him in there against Aspinall instead. That would be like the ideal. Well, it'd be ideal for
Just
me.
too stubborn, too headstrong.
But I don't. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the chances of them bringing him back, there's too much. There's too much water under the bridge now, or
Yeah.
not water under the bridge, however the expression goes. So I don't think he comes back.
No, I don't think he does at all. He probably just re-signs with PFL. I don't go to one. There's nothing there.
Yeah, and PFL will be dumb enough to keep paying him because they're basically all he's got. All they've got. He's all they've got.
But I mean, they don't even sell pay-per-views.
Yeah, they don't. That's
They
the
sold
thing
like
he
10K
doesn't.
or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, he doesn't. That's the thing. I mean, if they could, I was kind of on the side with the UFC to an extent. You know, when they didn't sign him to however much he was asking for, because it's like he doesn't. His pay per view numbers are pretty bad. But I guess you could justify it. Like, I guess you could justify it now in terms of because if even if we get the Aspinall and Jones fight, there's not much else to follow up after that. Heavyweight's going to kind of be in limbo for a little while because we don't have a lot coming up.
There
So
was Alex Tom. That's sort of the problem, right? Is that's gone now.
yeah, you can't justify putting Alex up there.
But you know what's worse? Alex DDP has gone. That's worse.
Is that something you were hinging your bet on TDP going up?
I was so hoping for that.
And
He's
I
going to
don't
kick
really wanna
Magomed's
see
ass.
I don't really wanna see DDP and Ank because I think Ank deals with him. I think it's a bad matchup.
Why? DDP has probably arguably better wrestling.
Probably
Way better.
probably. I think Ank deals with him though. But it kinda keeps DDP in that division as well, so I'm kind of alright with that.
You got to remember, like DDP he's a grappler guy. He's that before a striker.
That's crazy. But I'm happy things have kinda played out the way that they've played out because I mean, I despised Ankalaev just for his whole, like, crying and moaning during his title shot with Jan Blachowicz, but he's been quite funny and he has deserved it, so I'm kinda glad that he got the shot and that he showed out because it does make does add more. It does give us more matchups now, I guess.
Yes, you must suppose.
Yeah. So how are things? How's everything else going in your world, mate? It's been a while since we've spoken.
Yeah, it's good. Fucking legs in that.
Getting back into training soon.
Should hopefully do my SIA training soon
Sweet as.
for my security
Sweet.
license.
Sounds good, man.
Can
Looking
start fucking
forward to see how
taking
that pans
people's
out.
coke off and fucking doing it in the fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you still at home?
Cheeky bump in the fucking staff room. Yeah, at the moment.
Mate, I need to start. I need to start doing that at work. I've only got 2 weeks left though, and then I'm getting out of here for a couple of weeks. So I've got that to look forward to.
Yeah, where are you going? You should just gonna DM me about some shit.
I'm going to Manila on the 3rd of April.
Yeah.
I'm going there for a couple of weeks. I might swing by to Bangkok as well. A friend of mine just bought an apartment out there,
Hey.
so I might get in. For anyone who wants to jump on the panel, by the way, the link is in the description.
Oh no, he's gonna stink it up, G.
So Sunday's an open forum out here. I've kind of changed the format thing. It used to just be me on Sunday, but I think it's a nice opportunity for people to jump on and talk some shit. I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah. So you're going to fucking Vanilla, then
Manila,
you're off
yeah.
to Thailand.
Possibly, yeah. Like a couple of my mates are going to celebrate the 40th over there, so I'll see if I can jump up there early. But I'm kind of glad because
Your fucking vampiric Mason meetings, yeah.
I don't really have time to spend a lot of time there because I'm like I said, I'm back working now, so I need to get back home. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it plays out. But I'm looking forward to it. It's
Hey
always
mate,
nice
you wanna
to travel.
induct me into you wanna convert me to a vampire? Come on, let's fucking do it. Let's get it done.
Yeah, we'll DM about that. I'll show you some of the ways. Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting drunk again, mate. It's been a while.
Yeah, me too. It's been a bit.
All right, we've got another person jumping in. I think it is Jules. Hang on. There we are.
Yeah.
How we doing, bro?
What's good, Frankie?
How you doing, bro? You right?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting drunk again, mate. It's been a while. So how were your picks last night? I'm assuming you didn't have the best one you could
Bro.
have.
All right, so yesterday didn't happen. Like, just fuck it. Like, fuck it, dude.
That bad, yeah. So even the
Bro,
round robins didn't work out.
everyone got fucked in, like, to some degree. Like, it's just a question of degree. Like, it honestly. I mean,
Who did you pick? Because I didn't see your picks thing last night. What was it?
oh God, Vittori. I
I
picked
had Vittori
Vittori.
as well. I had
I
Vittori.
fucking bro. I literally. I mean, you know, the only thing that I mean, I made money because I'm you know, I'm smart at betting, but like even still, bro, it's like, you know. Yo, you know, honestly, really quick, one reason that I mean it was all live bets not all live bets. Round robins paid early, so I took that money and then like, you know, made 2 successive live bets and, you know, wound up, you know, doing actually fairly decently financially speaking, but like shameful on picks. And like, dude, you know what it is? I feel like I mean, outside of Kevin Vallejos, right? You know, these you know, you get
He was
these
sensational.
bro, he was he was that fight went exactly like I mean virtually exactly like, you know, you see in your head. Other than him though, prospects off the Contender Series, dude. Like going back, Cody Steele, you know, was one back, you know, on the like, you know, and Musasa, dude. Matu and I were talking about Musasa potentially just, you know, just getting fucking fraud checked because of you know, Carlos Vera is no joke. He you know, he held up in a scramble against Rinya Nakamura, and also I mean his you know, just
which hasn't aged as well as it should have done because Rinya's looked bad.
well, Rinya, yeah, I mean Rinya just I mean that was a fight IQ problem. Rinya losing to it was Naimov, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was just, that's what that was. I mean, he had every capability of winning that fight. It's those fights that piss me off the most, dude. When it's like, it's like I'm sorry, but like there's no goddamn
No,
reason why.
it was Gafarov. It was Gafarov, not Naimov.
Gavrov, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, like Musasa, and the other thing too is like, you see these crazy betting lines, right? Um, and like, I mean, what that is like I mean, I've talked about this like a lot, but like odds makers set betting lines drastically to attract, because odds makers get paid out of the vig. They don't care whether you win or lose. They just want you to bet one way or another. So they'll do these crazy drastic betting lines, like Dudakova versus Fatima Klein is an example of one, where so many people are taking Dudakova because as a plus like 850 underdog, and and it's just like it fucks a lot of things up for people who are actually trying to figure out a fucking parlay that's gonna help them protect their money, because when you have like a minus 950 as a lock, right, your fucking locks aren't, your safety payouts or round robins are gonna be, if they're less than break even, like you're fucking, you're in a shit position. But anyway, yeah, I thought Vittori looked the best in the third round and then just fucked it like completely. I don't agree with I mean, I thought he won the first pretty clearly. But I'm not gonna call that by a robbery by any means.
I wouldn't mind seeing it again because it was close. I think he was clearly fading when the third came, or he certainly was getting a little bit more. But
he looked the third was his best round though.
No, but I mean, like it looked like he was.
Oh yeah.
The tank out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I got what you meant. I mean, bro, do you really? Did anyone really want to see a fucking trilogy with that? I mean, honestly, nah, right?
I mean, in terms of they both should move on to other things, obviously. But it was a good fight, and obviously
it was definitely a good fight. I thought that Delite was smart with his call outs. I think he should get Izzy. I think that Strickland Whitaker should be booked. So like I don't think Delite Whitaker is as good a fight as Delite versus Izzy. I think Izzy, as he fucking hit his head on everything falling down the rankings, like I think Delite is like a good. I mean, it's happening, bro.
Well,
and he's gotten.
I don't think we see Izzy fall that far because I think he'll leave before the slide gets that bad. I think if Izzy loses his next fight, he's gone. I think he'll just hang the.
All right, so I'm sorry, I mean to talk over you, but Hustlebone says he gave the fucking WAP 1 and 3, and all right, me too. I do too. You fucking. But yeah, so anyway, dude. So, dude, I was furious at the Alexander Hernandez fight, to the point where I literally put a fucking poll in because I was streaming the card, put a poll in my chat. I needed, so I was like, get me the names of the judge that fucking gave Sam Hughes a 10-8 round and fucking went fucking 30-27 for Hernandez. Get me their names. It was Derek Cleary and Eric Cullen. I'm like, which one should I offer a fucking forcible early retirement plan to?
I'm gonna have to take
dude. I was crashing out. Like,
I didn't see the Alex Hernandez fight. How did it go from your view?
It was definitely so I would say that Hollabaugh won. I would say Hollabaugh won, dude. I mean, Hernandez, okay, so like the first round was Hollabaugh. The second round was Hollabaugh until like, maybe 3.5 minutes in, and then Hernandez took him to the ground. Did not do much on the ground, not nearly enough in my mind to necessarily steal the round. Although, the second round you could kind of see for both, but like in terms of damage, in terms of strikes landed, it was all Hollabaugh. And then the third round was Hernandez because he took him down and then took him down again. But like, I mean, it's like I'm never gonna say something's a draw, but like a draw is more like, to my mind, like, like just scoring that fight, like, I mean, I don't even mind a 29-28 for Hernandez, but like a 30-27 for him makes me I want Eric.
Question
I
mark
want
for
Eric Colin was the judge, dude. I hope he's dead right now. I hope something happened and he died.
No.
Like fucking piece of shit.
You know what? Yeah, this is the thing. Like the 10-9 must system is obviously really necessary, but fights like this kind of remind you of why it doesn't work 100% of the time.
Well, yeah.
There's
I
been a
mean, dude,
couple of
it's
fights like that where you get like there's like very clear rounds where it's like you could call that a draw.
yeah, true. I mean, true. I mean, and that's why the option for a 10-8 round exists. But then it's like that gets abused. There's really no. It's like the argument against the 10-8 system. I mean, I get people's problems with it. You know, it's just that like the next question is what would you do differently? And I haven't really heard any proposed alternative that
That's
makes
the problem.
you know,
Yeah,
you know.
that is the problem. I mean, the only thing I would say with the judge, I've talked about judging numerous times. I think the only way you can really fix this is if judges can be made accountable for what they do after the fight. So once they've made the decision, all right, fine, tell me how
Right.
you came to that conclusion.
Yeah, and like
And then if they can
Ulysses is
justify it,
right. Lane's right.
yeah, if
And
they
yeah,
can
I agree.
justify it, then you keep them in. If not, you kick them out, and then
Well,
it
so
becomes
I
a
was
yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I agree with you 100% on the judges accountability. The thing is, like, it's like I think it was on here, like, you and I were talking about it, or like with Klaus and Noodle and everything. Like, the judge in Australia who gave Tuivasa 3 rounds against Rosenstrike got fired. The reason that that was so open and shut and so easy as it should be in the United States is because in Australia they don't have the gaming commission. Like the judges are employed by the gaming commission, which means it's kind of like a company with a board of trustees. Where if like for example, if like a CEO is backed by like the trustees of a company, then like they can get a vote of no confidence, and everybody can be calling for them to get fired. But at the end of the day, it's like the fucking the fucking shadowy figures that control the shit that actually you know keep them employed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. I mean, and like I mean it's bad like in like I mean there are some like it's like I don't know, it's annoying when people say like it's like you have to be very sort of specific like I don't know, people still use the term robbery too lightly, I feel like, but also there are clear robberies. I mean, I had Myron Santos like last weekend. So I mean that was like fucking that went well for me, but that was a fucking robbery. Like, I mean, it's happened. Like, I'm trying to think. There've been some unanimous decisions that are like Moreno, fucking Moreno, the card that Moreno headlined in November. Um, it was fucking what's
Oh,
his
you
name?
mean oh, who did he fight again?
But
Fuck.
not the main event though. It was the guy that fought fucking Brad Tavares. They fought on the Contender Series, and they fought each other, and it was a split decision. And then Brad Tavares lost to Davey Grant on Covington versus Buckley. But what's his name won, but it was a fucking robbery. Goddamn, I can't remember his name. Let me look it up so I'm not just fucking rambling. Hold on. It was fuck. Anyway, my point though is that like I mean the biggest one I guess would be Volkov Cyril Gane, which I also had Gane in, but it's like a robbery is a fucking robbery. I'm not when it's undeniable, it's undeniable. And I mean, I don't know. It's like I think a good point is like a lot of people talk about how judges should be ex-fighters, which like I mean, and it's like I see that argument.
There's issues with that because you've got like alliances.
Yeah.
You've got Jim. Like it's a tough one to
Yeah,
do.
you have biases. I mean, if you look at check UFC predictions tracker consistently, and you'll see that some of the worst predictors are like Volkanovski or Kamaru Usman, like because of that bias, like so it's like it's like what do you do? I mean, what you do is you fucking sort of kind of dismantle a lot of the power that the gaming commission has. That I mean, that's a solution, but like is that really gonna happen? Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, cards like this were always going to come a long way. I mean, we've got the entertainment value of it, and there's always going to be. It gives us stuff to talk about, I guess. But next
Well,
week should
yeah, but
be back. Next week is a little bit. I find next week's card a little bit more easy to. I don't know.
yeah, I think so too. I think next week's card is great, to be honest. Paradox thinks he's got 4 up on me because I mean Paradox is a bit of a hometown like fighter fanboy, dick rider, if you will. For Leon and Vucenic. I mean, you probably have Vucenic, right?
I've got Vucenic as well. Yeah, I think he's going to get it
Really?
done. I mean, it could be a thing where he looked great in his last showing against Kuta Telezi. He could have won that fight. It could be a case
Yeah. And
because he
dude,
was throwing a lot
Garam's on the
in it.
card too, dude. And
Yeah.
Garam, I mean, I wouldn't say that Vucenic. I mean, I had Garam in that fight against Vucenic's debut, and Vucenic almost took it. He really did.
He lost the fight clearly because he got outworked at the end, but it was a close fight.
Dude, it was like that's one of those fights that like has its own like 3-act structure, because Vucenic just. Oh, I mean, he almost killed him in the first round, and then and then he just rose up out of the fucking ashes and shit. But I don't know, dude. I don't know about like him against Duncan, who's durable and can strike, but is also like a grappler. Like Vucenic just clearly isn't.
And I think Duncan's kind of surprised me because he's looked.
He did too.
He's durable though. He's tough.
He's durable, and the Blazioki fight, bro. That was a fucking. I mean that yeah. I mean that was
What are the odds on that one? How are the odds swaying?
He was on that one. He was I think he was I got him at plus 300. Blazioki was like it was outrageously skewed. It was like he was like a minus 550 to Duncan like plus 300 or so.
No, but what are the odds on Duncan and
I think Duncan's the favorite by a hair. Right now, let me see. He's looking like let's see. It's
that makes it more enticing to me. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry. No, I'm wrong. Duncan's a plus. Duncan's a plus 280 underdog. Vucenic
plus 280. I'm taking
Vucenic is minus 380 right now. I mean, different sports books are gonna have different.
No, fuck that. I'm taking Duncan at plus 280 all day, mate.
Dude,
I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think he's gonna win. I've got Vucenic winning, but
bro. Listen to yourself, bro. This is like what I try to tell people. Don't hunt for fucking underdogs. Like, it's like because it's like you see that it's like that's literally how they fucking get you, right? You're seeing what the payout is. You're just seeing the numbers, and it's hitting your dopamine receptors. Like you just did a line of coke, and you're already in Bangkok. Like,
yeah, exactly. Have you not heard my life story? That's exactly who I am, mate.
Yeah,
I'm not going to fucking Zanzibar and chilling out on the beach where it's nice, and I'm in Bangkok where it's down and dirty, mate.
Bro. No. I feel you, dude. Just like so go down there with the cash to lay out. Don't go down there like fucking on a budget because you lost.
I don't make big bets. I'm not laying it down like
right.
Dropping the grand on a card or whatever.
I know, man. And like, here's the thing. Like, it's like the way that I bet is very much like least amount out on the card for the most potential win. But it's also about the first thing is about protecting your money. Because I don't want to take any losses. Like, if you can consistently not take losses, then figure out your profit. But like, I'll be honest. Yesterday, I mean, I made money, but like I said, it was I was just farming money off of lighting bets throughout the card. Like for example, I had so I was up 2,400 going during the main event was happening, and going into the 4th round, I put all 2,400 on Delete to win by unanimous decision. Wow, yeah. Matua. I agree with Matua. I think that's a fair point. But
he's got me on there. But it's like we've said many times on this channel, if you don't get tested, then it doesn't count. Anyway.
Truth.
True stories.
I mean, especially in Thailand, bro. They like, I mean, but dude. So, here's the thing, right? Next week or next Saturday's card. You got like, you got a bunch of like, really, really like, interesting fights that, people like Charrier versus Nathaniel Wood, right?
Great
Like
fight.
that's a great fight, yeah. And like, I mean, I think it's not gonna be like yesterday where, I mean, yesterday had questionable decisions, but it also had a bunch of like, a bunch of contender series fucking debuts. And the problem with those, it's like there's 3 tiers of that, right? Like people come off the contender series and get fraud checked right away, like fucking Musasa, right? You have people like
Fucking divorced,
Navajos
by the way, but we should have seen it coming. He was like a what, a -700 or something. He trained. I mean,
minus
those where
950,
he
bro.
trains. He trains in the Congo, right?
Yeah, but and his opponents before his contender series opponent were that he all the flatline KOs, up the ladder to the contender series are all 0-1s,
We
and
should have
then
seen that coming.
I like I have to give this to Matua. Him and I were talking about the shit leading up to it, and like I almost took Vera, and I fucking fucked it. Last minute took Masasa. That happened to me with Cody Steele too. I knew Rongju was gonna win, and like it's like that's why you gotta try to like not be sway. It's like, oh, this person's taking this person, and then and then it's like if you're listening to other people and then looking at betting lines, and like it just it's like it's a path to bankruptcy. But also anyway, my point is that like contender series debuts, right? You get like your Musasas and shit, right? And your Cody Steeles. Then you have like some people like Navajo Sterling who win their first fight not as decisively as you think, right? You thought Navajo Sterling was going to go in there and fucking, just flatline KO the dude. He wound up winning a 29-28 decision.
In a
But
fight, he could have lost as well.
Hmm?
He could have lost that fight as well.
Yeah, sure.
I wasn't that
But
impressed with him, to be fair.
No, neither was I. But the thing about that is, if you really think about it, right? Like, some of the best fighters have it's almost like a rite of passage in certain people's
Yeah.
careers. It's like their first or second fight. Like, I mean, Pavlovich got knocked out. So did Islam. So did fucking who else? Marab lost to Ricky Simone.
It's all part of the process. I mean, it shouldn't be the end of your. That's the great thing about MMA. It's not like boxing where like a loss completely derails your career. You can. It's like you said. It's a rite of passage. It sometimes a loss is necessary to make you realize that you're not as good as you thought you were.
Yeah, I mean, also it's different. Like the first, somebody's first fight in the fucking octagon is different. Like, there's endless examples of that. Dior was, dude. That Dior fucked everybody, like personally, right in the ass because he fucking. I mean, he missed weight by 4.5 pounds. He got Tourette's that nobody knew about, and he
That's the one that fucked up my parlay. It was that one. The fucking
that dude. Everyone got fucked by him. He seriously. Dude. He's a fucking dude. I'm interested in what skeletons that guy has in the closet. Like, I mean, you come in for your debut, you miss weight by 4.5 pounds. You're fucking touching your face and ear like retardedly, and and you lose to Brenson Ribeiro by fucking knockout, dude. Brenson Ribeiro's trash. Like, honestly.
But again, it shouldn't be something that we're overly shocked by. I think the one that really surprised me was how many people were picking Ryan Spann. I've been saying this guy's dog shit for as long as I've been on the platform.
Okay, so I took Ryan Spann, and I'll tell you why. Waldo Cortez Acosta, like, I mean, not only did he fucking lay on top of my childhood hero Rebeldes de Spain, but he also has, like, for example, like the Arlovsky fight that he barely won, and he's fucking taunting him like it's fucking Manel Kape versus Bruno Silva, like, and he's been handed easy fights. The one fight against Marcos Rogerio de Lima, who himself is like, mediocre. Derek Lewis fucking, knocked him out in 30 seconds. Like, De Lima fucking, took the O off of Cortez Acosta. He's never been really tested other than that, and he lost that fight. And he's ranked now. It's just like like I wish they would have made Mick Parkin versus Cortez Acosta.
Mick
But
Parkin's another guy who's going to get. Mick Parkin's fighting this weekend, isn't he?
he's fighting Tybura, and like I'm gonna tell you why I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's rough, right? But I think here's
Tybura in
why
that one, mate.
I'm gonna tell you why I think Mick Parkin wins, right?
All right, go ahead.
So Tybura can grapple, yes, okay. I mean, and I'm not like, okay, when I say that Mick Parkin trains with Tom Aspinall, I'm not, it's not like, oh, okay, he's just like Tom Aspinall by association, right? I mean, is he gonna take out Tybura in 45 seconds like Aspinall did? Probably not, right? But the grappling in that like people don't associate. I mean, people I mean, you don't have to be deep into MMA to know that Aspinall can grapple. Bro, shut up, Grimy. You don't fight, dude. Grimy, you want to go band for band on fucking picks? Post your fucking picks for next week. I'll post mine as I always do. We'll see who knows what. I mean, fuck you. Everyone got fucked yesterday. Anyway, yeah, but like, so like, Parkin can grapple, Aspinall can grapple, and people don't even think about it because he fucking takes people out in a minute. Modestus Bukauskas is another one that Lane embarrassingly picked against, and that last just issuing. I say that too much. I gotta reserve that for like fucking when it's really necessary. I mean, Sean Brady, Parking by Aspinall is not a bad indicator. Yeah, no, it's not, and it's not for the reason that like you're talking about somebody who I mean, Mick Parkin. I mean, you could say that he's only fought like cans and shit like that, but honestly, dude, I mean, Tybura. I mean, Tybura's gonna have to get him to the ground and submit him. He's not gonna win on the feet. And Parkin can grapple, and Parkin has like a lot of mass, but he also is actually a good grappler.
Do you know who I keep confusing? Who I keep confusing him for? Patterson. They both look retarded.
Bro, you mean Peterson? You mean Peterson?
Yeah.
Thomas Peterson, right?
Thomas Peterson, yeah. I always confuse him and Mick Parkin up because they look like
bro. Thomas Peterson is Thomas. One is ass and the other one isn't. Like, I mean, Thomas Peterson's trash.
Whenever I think of Mick Parkin, I put Thomas Peterson's face in my head and I'm like, ew, that guy is fucking trash.
Here's why you shouldn't do that, bro.
He's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, dude, Parkin's undefeated. He's great, dude. He got that. Knocking out Lucas Bresky, Anakin. I get your fucking point, dude. But like,
he
honestly,
hasn't knocked out Lucas Bresky, but
yeah, fucking Kennedy knocked out Lucas Bresky. Why is he still in the UFC? Why is he still?
The Muhammad Usman fight was the one that had me worried because Muhammad Usman is dog shit. Let's be fair here. And
right,
it was a bad fight, but Muhammad Usman can do that to you. You can just make it a horrible,
Yeah, you can make it a horrible, like make you spin him around so you're the one pressing him against the cage type of fight,
Yeah.
But also, I mean, dude, people are some dude. I fucking made the mistake of giving in and joining the fucking discords that like people have been pressuring me to join. I finally turned off push notifications for that shit because it's fucking Sodom and Gomorrah Discord, especially the one that dude, like fucking 27 people have invited me to that Discord. It's literally called like gambling degenerates or whatever, and like literally that's exactly what it is. And so fucking a bunch of people are like my Polish power parlay, and it's for next weekend because of Jan and fucking Tybura. And it's like, they're both, it's like, I'm just looking at tail of the tape shit on both of them. They're 42 and 39 years old, right? Which doesn't necessarily, I mean, you got, you ever go over to share 40-year-olds and then your Tony Ferguson 40-year-olds. But I mean, Mick Parkin, it's just like, it's a question of power,
Yeah. But this is a big step up because Marcin Tybura can do very similar to what Muhammad Usman can do, but he can do it a bit with a bit more.
He's gonna try. Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, but Tybura, like the Donato Denise fight, right? with Tybura. I mean,
Mhm.
Tybura doesn't just he doesn't just fucking like like Muhammad Usman just goes like dead in the eyes and fucking clinches up like he's not the caliber of fighter that Tybura is. Tybura has an end game,
Mhm.
when he fights, right? I mean, like you said, dude, he did Gennaro Denise fucking bad, bro. He fucking had, yeah, he was in top control, like smashing his face open with elbows. That's and like, but the thing is, like, how does he do that to McCarthy? Like, to try to see that fight in your head. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I don't see him taking down Mick Parkin in the same way, but what I can see him doing is clinching a lot and taking away some of that power and just making it. And that's the thing with heavyweight. When you get those kind of fights where there's a lot of clinch work, knees getting thrown, it becomes a very hard fight to score, and it leaves you open for
yeah, I
potentially
mean,
getting
dude,
punched in the ass.
you're talking about a certain type of heavyweight fight, which is the floating outside the rankings, like, Martin Buday versus Arlovsky type of split decision, just like guts bouncing against each other type of bullshit. Like, I mean, I wouldn't, I think Mick Parkin is good enough to break the sort of like, well, yeah, like how people say, and it is kind of accurate that like heavyweight, like the talent in the heavyweight division right now stops like somewhere around 7 in the rankings. You know,
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, I think we'll see. Like, fucking
Anything
Saturday night.
outside of 7 it's a huge drop off, you're right. But I even think with your boy, Jelton, like, he came very close to,
Oh,
like,
yeah. Almeida is fucking, he's a beast, dude. I'd like to see, dude, a great fight is him versus Volkov. To
you
me.
think, "Oh, Volkov's a horrible fight for Jelton Almeida."
Well, I
Horrible.
mean, right. Well, I mean, you say that, right?
'Cause Volkov's
And
massive.
I'm
He's
not
got
gonna say
good
Almeida is
takedown.
gonna win
I
necessarily.
think he could keep him at range and just I think that's a horrible fight for I'd
See,
like I'm
can he?
curious.
I'm curious too because, like, I mean, after the Spivak fight, it's like who knew Almeida could strike like that?
But he
Because
looked a bit there was a few worrying moments against Spivak there as well. If Spivak wasn't retarded, he could have got something else. He could have got something
dude,
out of that.
Spivak, yeah, and dude, Spivak is a very underrated fighter, dude.
He is. I
Like,
like Spivak as well. And he
he's
deal with it.
he belongs on the fucking upside of like of that ranked heavyweights. Like he's probably like once you get across that line, he's like the first probably.
Yeah.
The other subs Volkov. But yeah, he could do it. He could do it.
It's nasty work on Volkov though, who should be getting a title shot really after beating Gon and not beating Gon.
Should he
It's
get a
horrible.
fucking title shot? I mean, dude. First of
You
all, like
can't give
just the
him
way that
Tom. You can't give him Tom because obviously Tom dealt with him.
you can't give him Tom. You can't. I mean, dude, you can't. Obviously, you can't give anybody but Tom to fucking John Jones. So like, and which is why you're gonna lose the bet that we have in November. But
I'm still
yeah,
quietly confident. I don't like the way John if I was you, I'd still be worried about the way John Jones is speaking about that fight. He's
dude. You
still
know why
talking
it
about
doesn't?
having
I'm gonna tell you
forever.
why it doesn't matter, right? I'm gonna tell you why nothing matters, but the fact that he didn't retire after beating Stipe. Okay, like because he all but announced his retirement after that fight. Then Dana White cuts the fucking John Jones of the GOAT promo and he's sucking him off on tour, and fucking, it's like, how dare you say Islam Makhachev is pound for pound number one. The pound for pound rankings, by the way, are for some fantasy football horseshit. But fucking pound for pound, that's right. But anyway, and then behind the scenes, I'm sure what was going on was money negotiating. Cause like, John Jones, by the way, you do a little bit of delving into John Jones' net worth and then what he's been paid. He was paid $6.5 million to fight Cyril Gane, right? His net worth, is reported to be about $4 million, which, and obviously like that information is not,
Yeah, that's not accurate.
not ironclad, but John Jones is clearly a guy where, I mean, money runs through his fingers. He's not, it's like $15-20 million to fight Aspinall. He's doing it. The other thing too is like, people don't realize like, I mean, it's like the fact that he's afraid to fight Aspinall. It's like he if he loses that fight or wins it and then retires, okay, he looks good either way. If he loses, he goes, all right, somebody fucking finally beat me. like I had my fucking day, I'm out, right?
That doesn't sound like the man that I know. Not at all, mate.
Well, you say that, right? But if you remember the second fight with DC, right? He all of a sudden he got, when after he knocked DC out, he gets great, after all the like, yo, you there, pussy? I'd absolutely kill you, shit. In the post fight speech, he's saying how DC held himself like a champion. Meanwhile, DC's weeping in the fucking corner of the
I mean, I
octagon.
get that, but that's him. That's him doing his whole like two-faced.
Yeah. But why wouldn't he do that and retire on that? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it's a different thing. He knows. And again, I've gone on record and saying this. I'm not saying that Aspinall cleans him. I'm not even saying that, but it's by far
right. That's not what I'm talking about, though. Yeah. I agree.
But
yeah,
John
we've talked
Jones
about
knows
this.
John Jones cares about his legacy. He's got enough money to live on for the rest of his life. Would another 50 million be?
He doesn't actually. He doesn't necessarily. The way the dude spends money. I mean, he does like you think about it, right? And it's like, yeah, like, okay, this is plenty of money to live on. The dude money runs through that dude's fingers. I promise you, dude. Like, and also he's you say he cares about his legacy, but like, how does his legacy look if he never fights Aspinall? Bro, Michael, what's his name? Michael Mortazavi. Michael.
I don't think he cares.
Dude.
I think I'll have the whole argument of, well, he's never fought anyone good, and he'll be able to sustain that argument for a long time.
He's never fought anyone good, bro. He's Sub-Zero gone in 2 minutes.
No, I'm saying that Jones will be able to say that about Aspinall.
I mean, dude, Curtis Blades isn't good.
No, but this is what John Jones is going to.
Marcin Tybura is not good.
Narrative.
Yeah, I know, but
like, oh, I'm just chasing legacy fight. Tom Aspinall's way too dangerous for him.
Dude, he's the interim champion. He's the interim champion. I mean, if it weren't, bro, it is ridiculous.
Bro, but you're saying he's the interim champion. He's defended it.
Yes, he defended it, which is
someone else.
He's defended it. Okay, so he's defended it right now. A couple of things about that, right? First of all, the amount of abuse that Dana White took for an interim champion having to defend the interim championship was a fuckload. But also, the asterisk is that he has a bullshit KO loss on his record from breaking his leg in the first Curtis Blades fight. He wants that fucking victory. I mean, that's a fucking, and then there's nothing else to talk about. Now he's the interim champion. He's defended the interim championship, which is retarded, but he also got that fucking win back against Curtis Blades. Aspinall looks great, right? And he, I think he did a video on his own channel recently where he's like on a train talking about fucking how basically everything that's holding up like the actual solidification of him versus Jones is on Jones's end. Like, I mean, and yeah, it probably is, but it's probably just fucking money.
I think they're gonna have to pay Jones in excess of including.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna have to pay
without a doubt. They're gonna do it though. They're gonna do it, and the reason I say it's gonna happen in November, it's gonna happen in Madison Square Garden. I promise you,
it's gonna happen. You picked a good month. I would say that if it's gonna happen, that's when it's gonna happen. It gives him enough time to get back to training, and take it. Really game plan for Tom, which is what he's gonna need to do. If it's gonna happen,
Frankie, I'll parlay my futures bet with you. All right, because that's what this is, obviously, right? I'm going to parlay my futures bet. I'm going to say Jones fights Aspinall in November at Madison Square Garden. All right?
Okay. Well, I mean, he always fights in Madison Square Garden.
And I'll take the over on that. I'm going to say it goes over 3.5 rounds.
Wow. That's a big... I mean, conventional wisdom says that it will.
Right? Because
I can see it. No, I don't. Like I said, I'm not with people that say Tom Aspinall starches his ass out in a round. I don't believe that for a second.
We've talked about that, dude. That's a casual ass take. That's people who came into
John Jones can't win. I'm saying that John Jones is.
I'm not saying Jones wins. I'm not saying Aspinall wins. That when the fight gets made, I'll fucking do more analysis. Like, I mean, who hasn't done analysis? But it's just like, I mean, people think that Jones is free eats for Aspinall. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, that's wildly inaccurate. That's not how it is.
Yeah, and I mean, also, dude, can can people finally shut the fuck up about Pereira going up to heavyweight? It's
Yeah,
just
that's
like
over
it's
now.
a dumbass conversation. It never was gonna happen, but also like,
Well,
I
if he beat
mean,
Anchor live, it was definitely gonna happen.
no, it
But it
wasn't.
turns out that
No, bro. Why would he go up a weight class and lose to whoever he fights? Because they give him a top 5.
because he's a
What?
38-year-old man who doesn't have enough time in the sport to be seen as one of the greats ever. So he can get in.
37 till
He would
July.
have or 37. He would have instantly walked into a title fight if he'd beaten Anchor live.
How does that happen when you got Jones and versus Aspinall like fucking
It would have been
looming
against
over?
Jones. It would have been against Jones. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, dude, they would not have stepped over Aspinall for that shit. Like, I mean, they like
It would
enough
have
is
been
enough.
Jones.
There's no way that happens. And also, Pereira would lose that. He would get fucking he'd get fucking choked to death, bro. Like, I mean, whatever. I mean, we're talking about an alternate reality anyway. But I think what happens
No, but
is,
you can say it's an alternate reality, but all the talk that was coming out of Dana White was very much
right. No,
leading
I'm
towards
saying,
that's where they were going.
yeah, no,
You
I'm
know?
saying it's an alternate reality because Uncle Live beat him. And yeah, Lane, I just said he's fucking 37 till July. Jesus Christ, dude, Lane has a fucking vibrator with Alex written on the side of it. Like, goddamn.
I don't think Lane would deny that.
No, but
Don't-
she did change her profile picture in solidarity when he took a
Yeah,
huge L.
I'm with the chat though. I think this has definitely fallen more in your favor now because I think they would have done Alex and John, and they would have said to Tom, "Listen, regardless, we sit you down, we let that fight happen, and then you guarantee get the winner. If John Jones says he retires after that, we strip him. You get whatever you want. You become." I think they would have
Right.
But
I
now
mean,
it goes,
well, okay, so if I'm Tom Aspinall and they're hitting me with that shit, right? Here's what I say. I say, you know what? Fuck that. I go to PFL and I fight Francis Ngannou for the fucking PFL heavyweight title. How do you like me now? Like, and then Dana White rethinks things. Like, I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? It's just like, Aspinall's been, really in the position he's in, he's done everything, intelligently. And now, Captain Refuto, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm very good. I'm very good. So I know that you're talking about John Jones and Tom Aspinall, but I don't think that all the people they're understanding about the power difference between someone like Tom Aspinall, the light heavyweight or middleweight that Jones funded his career, and not just like a minor strength boost, but it's just like very massive. Only the king separated in Tom hand speed. But you know what? I mean, between Thomas Pinot, he carries himself with some class and dignity, down to earth, humble. But I understand that some of the fans they think that John is sabotaging this man's career with utter jealousy and spite. But there's one thing that you should know about two options. You could defend it, and one blockbuster event could be on summer or fall, or
It's gonna be in the fall, bro. It's gonna be in November.
It won't be in the summer.
It's not gonna be in the summer.
No
They're
way.
gonna so I think someone sent me something about about there being like potentially them doing a like a June Dikis versus Kamaev with with Ilya versus Islam on the same card, which I don't think is gonna happen because those are two like, I mean, I was very they did like they did is UFC 311 that they did the main and co-main the way they did, because like, I mean, either one of those fights carries a fucking card, but that's the way it is. And then sometimes it goes the other way where you got fucking Pantoja carrying an entire card, which actually worked out well in the last one because Kaya Sakura forced him to fight in an exciting way, which Pantoja started to fight very cautiously when he won the belt. So,
But by the way, yeah, just as a quick side, do you see Tom Aspinall waiting until November?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, if they make the fight and announce it, why not?
I don't know, man. They're not gonna announce.
I mean, bro, he ain't going into decline. He's not gonna be over the hill in fucking what is that, fucking 8 months? He's not. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
could
dude,
be like at 8 months, and don't be surprised if one of them they're gonna be like something really important. But don't even expect it to come end of the year. That could be like the final year for John Jones, because if you guys remember back in like 2023, when I just made look at the video, what would happen if John Jones could really retire at 2023? Now it's happening like at a lot of years after to come, but it seems that between for like the difference between John Jones and Tom Aspinall because of the size of the leverage and of course of the striking style. But I think that between for the end of the year, which is December 2025, could be like the end of the career for John Jones to make moves like in a new generation.
I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, sure. Regardless, like, I mean, what I'm saying is that Jones Aspinall happens in November, and then win or lose, Jones is probably retiring. He's gonna have to retire on that.
Hmm.
And Matua, I very much disagree with Matua on that. That next, I don't think that. I think that Sean Brady's probably got Leon.
No,
I
I
know
don't think
Paradox.
Yeltsin could be anything. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Wait, I'm sorry. What you don't think what is gonna happen?
For that fight that is say Jelton versus Tom, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be happening on the
No,
desirable
no, it
future.
won't. It won't. That's not gonna happen for a minute. But honestly, like, I mean, Aspinall. So like, win or lose to Jones, Aspinall will be the heavyweight champion at some point. And dude, all right, Ty. Like, yeah, sure, it is. But Jesus fuck, dude, people are fucking gambling addicts. But anyway, like, yeah, I mean, fucking, Aspinall will be champion. Almeida will get his title shot. It's waiting in the wings. Like, it's only a matter of time. Strip Tom of the interim belt. Yeah, Orange Cat. I mean, I've heard Matua saying that privately in private discords and on the dark web where he lurks, for at least 11 or 12 hours a day.
Macho and Anakin are in this just to piss you off, I think, and they're very good at it.
To piss off Thai bets?
To piss off you, bro.
Oh no, dude! Matua's my boy. He tried to talk me out of taking Musasa.
No, I don't mean in a make you angry kind of way. I just mean in a
No,
troll.
I know. I fucking dude. I love Matua. He's my favorite black person, and I have a few close black friends.
Oh, okay. But speaking about that, do you guys remember before this fight against Steve Miocic, they say gonna be the last time more than likely? But that's exactly what we should have said was defending the real belt, because really, that would exactly that he won't be doing, like waiting for a guy outside for the top 10 is half retired, just had to retire himself. But I think that they didn't ask for anything. I mean, they held up the division for a retirement fight. I mean, do they want to expect like any different about it? I mean, for Kimber to say, definitely, I don't see him turning down for the Aspinall challenge if he beats Type. But can we tell if Ruben is actually believe that? But no one else is going to happen until the end of the fight. But now they're going to step it off of that game. But between for that fight of John Jones and Tom Aspinall,
hold on.
Really happen. Oh,
yeah, no, I hear you. Sorry, I'm sorry. I have to address something. Crystal Miller just like spit out some of her teeth, like spewing whatever the fuck she just said about intermittent reinforcement. Like I'm not sure what she means, but
for some reason I can't see Crystal's comment.
I'm looking at the chat in on Restream, but yeah, Matua saw it though. But yeah, Crystal, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, Crystal, while you're in this live stream, okay, your chickens are dying because you're not taking care of them properly. Like, get out there and stop committing animal cruelty, please.
Oh my god, this is so.
Dude, I love Crystal Miller. Like, why she gotta, why she gotta fucking get the ASPCA called on her chickens?
Oh my goodness!
I mean, they never hurt anybody. They're stupid animals, but
how did we get here?
Chris Miller talk some shit. But anyway, you were saying Refugio. I was listening to what you're saying. The thing is though, dude. The thing is, dude. Remember, you got to remember that like the card that like originates how the first Pereira Yuri fight was supposed to be the co-main on Jones Stipe originally. Then Jones legitimately did get injured. Like that did actually
Well, of
happen.
course he did, because he's not scared of Stipe, is he? I mean,
Right. He legitimately got injured. He had other injuries, I believe. Like he had bone spurs and shit, and like like so he like just sort of inflated a bunch of surgeries he needed. So yeah, it was a year later that fight actually happened. But that fight had been made, so it's like and in that time period, right? Because Aspinall was supposed to be the featured fight, and him versus Pavlovich wound up being the co-main, and then they threw. I mean, honestly, it's like I don't know why they decided to. I mean, I do know why, but it's like it was stupid, to begin with, for them to make the Aspinall Pavlovich fight. For them to make an interim belt, they didn't need to do that.
I mean, they kind of had to though, because Jones hadn't. I mean, well, at the time, probably not, because Jones hadn't not defended in how long? 9 months.
I mean, he debuted at heavyweight. I mean, but 9 months is not. 9 months ain't that long,
which isn't
dude.
crazy. I mean, we've seen longer time frames, but
I mean,
they needed something for that. What card was that on again? It was on a big card.
It was November 2022. So it would have been 295, I think. It was 295. Yeah, it would have been 290
something for it.
Yeah, it was 295 because 296 was Leon Covington.
But didn't he fight Gane at 285? So
yeah,
like, how long ago was that? So
Gane was I think it was fucking. I'm pretty sure Gane was March or maybe June.
No, that was like 2023. That was like the last fight against Cyril Gane.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. It's Gane was 2022. I thought. No. Wait, am I fucking? I don't fucking remember, dude. It was November 2023 was when Jones Stipe was supposed to happen, and then they bumped the yeah. I forget what Gane was 2020.
Kind of had to do it. They kind of had to do it because the card was fucked out of nowhere. When I mean, not fucked.
I mean, it wound up being dude. How dope was that card though? It wound up being a great card.
It wound up being and it was a great way to end the card as well. Like Jesus Christ, I mean, to have Tom showing out like that, I think he was in the card, right?
No, that was like at the back end of November. I mean, that was like 2023 because
and it was November 2023. So Jones was legit.
Yeah, there wasn't announced it before the event, but due to like the problems, they had to replace them, and then, I mean, third time's the charm.
They needed a reason. They needed to reason to say to Tom, look, come in on 2 weeks' notice. You'll get something for it. Because to fight somebody like Pavlovich, to say, look, it's another fight where you're not going to get a belt. It's a very, very tricky fight. You're coming off a back injury. You got to come in at 2 weeks' notice, get your flight sorted out, all that shit. He definitely would have told them to go fuck themselves if it wasn't for an interim. Once you
honestly, the way
you're next.
Dude, the way Aspinall's always been though, dude, like, I mean, I think he did I feel like Aspinall's mentality is basically this. Like, I'm gonna just take whatever there is and fucking I'm gonna win. And I'm gonna keep winning and winning and winning until things are undeniable. And I'm a calm fucking dude with like a fucking Giga Chad, temperament. And I'm gonna James Bond my way through interviews, and and then I'm gonna show out in fights, and eventually things will fall into place. And like, he's now, now he's like a little bit frustrated, and even still, he's still like, holding his shit together, when he talks about things. And honestly, dude, it's like there's nothing left, dude. There's nothing left to stop the shit. Wait, hold on, Tim Dunham.
Cowardice, which I think you're very much underestimating. It's not even his cowardice. I'm not going to go.
It's not cowardice as much as it is.
Cowardice. It's legacy.
You know what? I would call it laziness more than anything, because he's got to fucking train. He has to prepare.
If we gave him Alex Pereira, he'd be fucking.
Yeah, because he would, dude. He could go into he could sub Alex Pereira in one round without really training. Like, you know what I'm saying? with Aspinall, he's got to fucking watch tape and he's got to prepare for that shit like he's preparing to fight Gustafsson or DC back in the day, you know? Like, or fucking Dominic Reyes, who did beat him, but, you know, like,
I mean,
you
that
know.
happens a lot. Yeah, but the only thing is that because Thomas plays a lot of forward, the similar manner to like DDP at the speed, that should not be possible at heavyweight.
It's a different. No,
Yeah, that's very
Aspinall.
different.
Aspinall fights nervous, and he knows how to be intelligent when fighting nervous. That's
Yeah,
what it really is.
If you had like the most impactful shots that you had, don't see it to react to. I mean, they could be underrated or overrated about great hand speed because people don't have time to brace themselves when they come to the punch. I mean, he has to carry on to himself. I mean,
Well,
that has
actually,
more power.
I mean, you know, you could look at a lot of his early fights. I mean, you know, he like, I mean, he Arlovsky took him to a second round. You know, early on. I mean, you know, he's gotten better consistently with every fight. The thing with Jones is that Jones knows how to make something his fight, and people go, oh, it took him 3 rounds to beat Stipe. I mean, do you think he prepared for Stipe the way that he is going to prepare for Aspinall?
Calling Stipe, he was like the Terminator in there was just disgusting, though. That was the glazed in was just ridiculous. Stop it.
The glaze
Stipe was so bad in that fight.
You see it, yeah. Stipe was trash, dude, and Jones played with his.
He was the Terminator. He wouldn't stop. Bro, we
all but bro, it's like fighters are respectful after the fact, bro.
He's not respectful, bro. It's John Jones does this thing all the time where it's like he's humble when it's
humble, after the fact, like he was with DC when he fucking knocked him out.
When it's convenient, like,
well, that is when it's convenient, dude. Because like, you know, he doesn't want to be the dude. It's like I told you I would bend this motherfucker over a desk, and look at that. It's like, oh, look at him crying over there now. Like, you know, it's like, no, after the fight, it's like, dude, he's smart enough to have some PR and things.
But he did that with DC, didn't he? Where he was like, he's a great champion, but then a couple of weeks later,
he said, yo, round of applause for DC. He held himself like a champion, right? And before that, he's fucking making fun of him for crying.
Like an absolute cunt again. John Jones is a cunt.
Well, yeah.
And he's anything
else.
Else.
I mean, dude, sure. I mean, I'm not gonna argue that he's a fucking dude. Trust me, I'm not standing up for John Jones's fucking character, bro. I mean, or his supposed attraction to women, which, has probably been disproven more times than his fucking, than him being a good guy. But like, honestly. I mean, honestly, dude, like, at the end of the day, it basically comes down to, like, he's not going to be able to duck out of an Aspinall fight. He's going to have to defend the heavyweight belt. It's all. What's going on now, I guarantee you.
I'm still 50% confident that it doesn't happen by one way or another. I do think it's closer to getting booked than ever. I think you're right about that.
What do you mean 50%? You were all full of fucking piss and vinegar, bro, when we made this bet.
You're right. Yeah. You know what it is, yeah. I'll be real with you. Yeah, you got me a little bit. Yeah,
it's not.
I did forget. Oh, sorry. I did forget how much was hinging on Alex and Ankalaev.
Right.
But I mean, saying that Jones is too much of a bitch to take that fight.
I mean, dude. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I just don't understand, like, how people I don't know how people don't understand that, like, he's too much of a bitch to take that fight. He's the fucking heavyweight champion, right? He's like, all that's going on right now, I promise you, is he's a cross.
His whole career, though, his whole career has been about making strategic moves to best suit him.
Well, I mean, you say that, but on the way up at light heavyweight, dude, on the way up at light heavyweight, he got a standing guillotine, choke over Lyoto Machida.
He had to fight Machida because Machida was next, and he was in a much
and dude, all his light heavyweight run, dude, is like, you can't really say anything about the shit. I mean, maybe towards the end, like,
there's a lot you could say about the.
I'm talking about early on, though.
Rounds of Anthony Smith that he should have lost by DQ.
Yeah, but no.
The fact that he
fights dirty. He fights dirty.
The fact he got a split decision against Thiago Santos, you busted his knee out at the very start of the second round.
Yeah, that's not illegal. That's not illegal. It's not illegal to fucking to hyperextend the knee, dude. With kicks.
Oh,
There are loads of dark marks on John Jones' career. The cheating.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt, dude. I mean, the main one would be the evidence behind, you know, his testosterone levels were, what did the more plates, more dates guy say? That he had the testosterone of a castrated male. I forget which fight that was going into where they published the but yeah, no, for sure. And also, dude, it's like, yeah, Jones has always fought dirty, bro. He's always, I mean, you know, like, you know, what
I forgot about that. There's so many dark marks against this guy.
He's not, yeah, but at the same time, dude, like, he, you know, like coming up at light heavyweight, dude, like, I mean, just like, you know, the Rampage Jackson fight, like, you know, and you know, and so many.
I'm not taking away from the fact, Jed, that he is a very high IQ fighter, but he's a high IQ person outside the cage, and that's my point as well. He's like,
no, yeah, for sure. And I mean,
you know, a fight that is legitimately threatening to him. He's not at this stage of his career. He had to back in the day when the money wasn't up and when he needed to in order to, you know, to build that legacy in the first place. But now that he's established himself, I don't think he's going to take the risk.
So
I really don't.
So let me
he actually gets in there. I think he takes the fight and then pulls out injured. That's what I'm going to go with now.
If he pulls out injured, he surrenders the belt, bro. And that's not happening.
Then he can turn around and say, "I took the fight, but I'm old guy now."
Yeah, and then he gets no fucking. Then he gets no money, bro. And that's the bottom line, bro.
He's worth.
I hate to be cynical, but
he's worth $40 million, bro.
He's worth $14 million. He got paid $6.5 million to fight Cyril Gane. That's no income tax because it's Nevada.
His net worth is $40 million.
Okay, wait. Are you saying 40 or 14?
40. His published net worth is $40 million.
Okay.
$million.
Right. Wow. And so, what's the source of that though? Because I'll pull up another source that has a seven figure.
According to AI, who I trust more than any human being right now.
Wait, AI? Which AI though?
This is.
Let me log into ChatGPT 4 and see what they say.
All right, do that then. You're batshit crazy if you think he's worth $3 million.
No, I don't think he's worth. No, I said that's not accurate.
All right, I said that's not accurate. How much do you think he's worth?
I would say that his actual, like, we're talking about net worth is calculated by assets minus liabilities, right?
Yeah.
So you have to subtract all debt essentially, right? And then assets though is also property. So it's like, you know, he might own, and they also count, like, okay, so he might own part of, like, you know, whatever. If you own half of a restaurant, that goes into your fucking net worth. But what you know, I'm talking about, like, what money, like, Jones could access. Like, you know, I mean, he doesn't care about his wife, but, like, let's say, like, you know, one of his brothers got kidnapped and kidnappers are like, fucking, produce $20 million in cash in 48 hours. Like, can he do that without, like, you know, being like, nah, hold up, give me 3 weeks to liquidate this, and that. And also, I mean, he just doesn't manage money well, dude. You could smell it on him, dude, in his temperament and personality. He's not a guy you're not going to see him doing commentary. When he retires, you won't see him doing commentary for the UFC, for example. You know? Like,
yeah, I think it is true.
I don't think there's that much evidence that he's overly ostentatious with his money.
Okay, so check this out, by the way, Frankie. So if you just Google search John Jones net worth, it says around 10 million. Okay? Now, like, 2020, SurpriseSports.com says John Jones has earned over 14 million in fight purses, but it has a net worth of 3 million as of 2024. So it's you know,
that's fight purses. It doesn't take into account.
No. It says it's net worth of 3 million, but has earned 14 million total in fight purses.
It doesn't disclose how much he gets in pay-per-view points, which is substantial as well.
Sure. And I'm not saying 3 million is accurate because it's like straight
it's closer to 40 than it is free. I'll put it that way.
So like I said, the first result says around 10, right? If you're like, I mean, I know a little bit about this now that, like, you know, I've, you know, made something of myself, so to speak, right? like when it not John Jones specifically, but just how like net worth and shit is calculated and like what's disclosed and what isn't. Like, so okay, so here, BigTribune.com, which is like somewhat credible, at least respective to the rest of these fucking sites. Because I right now I have to verify that I'm human with this fucking captcha shit. 1 second. So all right, so they're saying that it's fucking they're saying that his net worth stands at 30 million, give or take 2.
Yeah,
so that
but also here's the thing.
The only reason why we're bringing it up is because it opens up the question as to how much.
yeah, okay. So wait, what did Paradox's fucking what is
Yeah,
sarcastic
but
ass?
I mean, here's like
it's relevant. It's relevant to the conversation.
Yeah, no, Paradox. The only reason that it's relevant, Paradox, is that like in what I'm arguing against, any possibility of him ducking out of the Aspinall fight when he stands to make 15 to 20 million for it. Okay, and the reason I'm doing that is like a basis for my argument is that John Jones does not handle money well. It slips through his fingers just like it does through fucking yours. And,
but you, I mean, here's the thing about it. I mean, there's no reason at all that all the fighters should make the same money, because obviously one of the biggest superstars, they should make the most. I mean, there should like a much higher minimum pay job. If you guys remember, Francis Ngannou contract, it's only 2 fight loans, but there's no chance to return like at the UFC, because did you look at another boxing match with Wilder, Smashland, and Lance, and then there's no point to hanging it around somehow to go guarantee another huge payday?
No, but we're not saying that John Jones doesn't deserve the money that he gets. We're saying that
I'm not. It's not a question of who deserves what. What I'm saying, I'm just talking about. I'm talking about human nature and fucking and the economics of shit and the cold hard reality, which is that John Jones is, like he ducks the fight. If he doesn't fight Aspinall, he doesn't get the fucking $20 million. That's it. Lane's on the Gators.
Oh my
If
god!
Tom Aspinall the belt, we don't need him to. I mean, dude, Matsu's being fucking sarcastic, but I mean, I agree that the interim championship is stupid. Jealousy of Grimy.
Yeah, Grimey's high as fuck. I wish we all were.
I'm not jealous. Why? Wait, I'm jealous. He's high. I mean, I wish I was tripping right now, but like, I don't want to be high.
Yeah, but also there's like another thing about her, like the UFC contracts.
Lane, oh my god, Lane's such a fucking idiot about this. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Fujo.
Oh,
Lane, remember when you said Uncle Live would never beat Pereira? Nah, like,
oh my god,
Lane, you're not good at predicting the future. I'm sorry, Fujo. What were you saying?
No, that was asking about like the contracts, because I know that the fighters that can really push like the really long contracts, just like 7 or 8 fights, because I don't really understand why those fighters like John Jones or Jorge Masvidal send some long contracts to get a go back for them and much money. But why not just agree 1 or 2 fight deals and then come back to the table for more money as they can go for the market and hope the popularity grows? I mean, if all those fighters, they have shorter contracts,
because
they have more and will finish the UFC contracts at the same time that will allow to have potentially stand out for the super fights.
Because you know why that's because what that does is that fucks that puts all the power in the hands of the promotions.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean,
Crystal, you have unfed chickens, Crystal. You get Crystal, seriously, like I'll PayPal you, like, or actually my PayPal's fucked. I'll cash app you some fucking money. Go get some chicken feed and feed your chickens.
Oh,
please.
I forgot. That was like in the March Madness.
They're starving.
Yeah, the college basketball is in the March Madness. But I know there was like another.
Yeah, I'm literally placing bets on it right now.
Like, it's college basketball on now.
But Lane, had that Strickland or Izzy pick? I picked Strickland to beat Izzy. What are you talking about?
Oh,
and by the way, Lane, remember we had 3 disagreements on that Izzy card. I might have gotten Izzy wrong. You still lost 2-1, and you had to pay me money when you're like when Imavov, like, how bittersweet was that, Lane?
Did you bet on him?
What? No, I went on. I did go on Adesanya, But Lane,
I thought
everyone had
Adesanya was gonna
Saeed
win.
against my boy Vinicius out there.
Oh, did you have Marab?
Dude, and
You
when
had Marab,
he
and that was a good pick.
Yeah,
dude, I had Marab the fucking day before, and it was too late. I had already shot a fucking 2-hour long prediction video with Good Noodle, and like it was too late. I mean, but yeah, dude, like, I mean, honestly, okay, so here, Marab, right, for example, right, Marab's not going anywhere. He's not talking about like some fucking, super fight or anything like that, right? His first title defense was fucking, his hardest fight, right? I mean, but yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but
All right, yeah, me too. I could get behind that. But no, anyway, so no, for real though, Marab against Umar, like, you gotta be. You remember the press conference where they're screaming at each other, like, bro, Frankie, I'm looking at an estimate. I don't know where you're getting 40 from. I see the most reliable thing said 30.
Google. Hang on, let me just show you this quickly. I got it from Google. So the AI overview on Google.
oh,
It says he has an estimated net worth of around $40 million. Here's a more detailed breakdown, and then it goes into like
Okay, it says it because I literally
it breaks
just.
down every aspect
what the
of
fuck?
where his wealth comes from.
Hold on. My default search
AI
engine is
decreases people's bank
Microsoft
accounts, so
Bing.
they definitely know what's going down.
Well, good, yeah, Google AI. I don't know about Microsoft Bing AI, and I don't know how the fuck
Google
Microsoft
AI.
Bing became my
no,
default browser.
sometimes
Hold up.
well, sometimes I do not understand about like AI from Gemini or like the Edge, but I know there is one thing that I make it clear. I mean, let's say that if you join like one of those promotions at the UFC, and they give you like a trade fight contract, so you're going to like fighting some random that could put you like at a 20 or 20K, and after you do like the first fight, your finishing opponent goes viral. Every shit that go for like viral for the social media, and they give you a high five. But your contract, however, is still 20K, 20K, even though they're bringing more eyes to the sports. So they give you like a something. But if that happens, you fight the guy in the top 50, and that repeats for the first fight, you gotta go for a knockout or a submission. But also, you became like a twice as popular and everything. But also, it's just like the money.
Yo, Frankie.
Yeah.
This is Google, Frankie. I don't know if you're fucking UK viewer.
That's
So
okay,
so it says 3. I don't believe 3 million. Estimates here. This is the part that's estimates vary between 15 and 20 million. This is probably the most accurate.
As long as he's not completely retarded, he can hold out for like $30 million
Yeah.
plus for that fight.
Yeah, and he might get in that, but that's the point, dude. At the end of the day, bro, John Jones is gonna get
But there's a few
like
factors. There's a
they're
few
gonna
factors. I
see.
don't know if Tom Aspinall is gonna wait as long as November for that fight to happen.
He will, dude. Yeah, of course he will. If it's fucking look,
again,
basically, okay. So Dana White and Hunter. Here's what's going on right now. I guarantee you, right? I guarantee you what's going on right now is Jones is being he's being a princess about his fucking paycheck, and they're dealing with that, and they're telling Aspinall, look, like, we're working it out. It's definitely happening. Aspinall's probably got his guys telling him like, yo, you need to pressure them for a fucking date, or at least like a range. And Aspinall's like been reluctant. Eventually he's gonna start doing it. Dana White and Hunter are gonna tell Aspinall, look, it's gonna happen by November. And they're gonna wind up giving John Jones whatever the fuck he's holding out for, money wise.
John Jones is very good for holding out what he wants for. I'll give you that.
Yeah. And they'll give it to him. They'll give it to it'll like, I mean, he'll win that battle. Like, if it, and I mean, but I mean, dude, Frankie, justify to me, okay, justify to me that John Jones is the GOAT promo. I thought that shit was a UFC 309 promo, and until I realized that it's all just John.
Sucking. I don't see anything to that.
Right. You don't see anything yet, but it's dude, why go out of your way?
That's all about. Yeah, that's all about Dana basically maintaining that the greatest MMA fighter of all time is the greatest combat sports athlete of all time. Doesn't have anything to do with Tom Aspinall. It's about him elevating the UFC to being like, our GOAT is basically the most dangerous fighter that ever lived. Or the dangerous.
Right. But why do that when he could have cut a promo of where it's like a fucking. He could have cut a montage promo being like, yo, here's who's in the UFC. You got John Jones, you got Aspinall, you got Marab, you got this guy, that guy.
You've got arguments against with John Jones. His whole thing has been he's the most.
Dude, you got the Dominic Reyes fight comes up every fucking time
because he's fucking, he's small.
You can absolutely say it about Khabib, but he's inactive. He's not an active fighter. You can say it about Islam.
You can say, if you put anyone in the room, this is how Dana's lizard brain works here. His whole thing is,
bro. By the way, I played I swear to God, this is true. I played blackjack, at the same fucking private table as Dana. He doesn't have a lizard brain, bro. The dude can fucking. He's a much smarter businessman, by the way, than people give him credit for.
It has. But I mean, those loan contracts.
Yeah, that's a good question from Betty, Frank.
I mean, those loan contracts, they never benefit. I mean, the only time that I give like a loan contract will benefit the fighter if that fighter is dominated pro.
Of course, it benefits the fighter, man. Refugio, it benefits the fighter, but more so, it takes absolute power out of the hands of the promotion, because when the promotion just fucking makes or breaks you, owns you like that, like fucks with your money, like it's the 3-fight contract standard that the UFC gives most like people who are about to debut is actually a fair, it's a fair enough, not perfect, but UFC fighter pay is better for your average UFC fighter. Your average UFC fighter has a better fighter pay circumstances than any other fight promotion. You could argue all you want about like PFL does their tournament and all this shit, but I'm talking about your average fighter, regardless of weight class, except maybe in heavyweight where they're cutting Rosenstrike because they have to pay him slightly more than Tuivasa.
That was a
no, and that see, like you have. I mean, like I said, it's nothing's perfect, right? It's like why not cut Tuivasa instead of Rosenstrike, right? The reason is that Rosenstrike's he was there a little bit longer, therefore they have to pay him a little bit more. Like I mean, and Dominic Reyes, they could have cut Dominic Reyes, because his paycheck to fight Dustin Jacoby was $250,000 just by virtue of the fact that he'd been in the UFC for so long. They didn't do it. I mean, it works out better.
It happens. I mean, it all happens a lot.
I mean, a shitty example, or an example of them being like really shitty. I mean, they're all. Most of the examples are in heavyweight, like when they cut Romanov and Nascimento. When Romanov beat Nascimento, pretty fucked. Wait, which guy on the top? Wait, me or fucking Refugio? Beautiful lips.
What did we miss? What? Sorry,
I'm sorry. Fucking big fatty or whatever the fuck. Said the guy on the top has beautiful lips. You're talking about me or Refugio? I need to know.
Behind on he said that ages ago. But thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, I need to know which one of us. Yeah,
Refugio was a while ago.
Dude, Refugio's lip game is strong, dude.
Yeah, you dropped that zest bomb and then backed out real quick.
There's a guy like that named Daniel D who pops up in my chat, like, just asking. I think it's like, I'm convinced at this point that it's a alt of that fucking Lorenzo dickhead. But wait, you really want to see Usyk versus Alex still? Hustle Bones? No, I don't. But if so, only so that I get the taunt lane. But that's a terrible like. Becky won the pose off. Bro, I didn't even know there was a pose off, Betty. I'll hit blue steel real quick. like I'll whip out Magnum if fucking if if Kloss gets back in the chat, dude. I'm like, I'll do Magnum.
I'm sad that Kloss and Good Noodle didn't make an appearance today because I was planning on scamming the.
Well, Frankie, here's what you don't know about Good Noodle, right? So you knew that he owed me a 5-hour and 13-minute vertical stream, right? So he was doing it literally like. What, like 10 minutes? You're 10 minutes.
I was in there. I saw he jumped on at 9, but I had a. Well, sorry.
No, he got fuck. He did the same dumb shit thing that I did. He should have learned from my mistake. He whips out an actual gun on fucking camera and boom, Stream ends. Now he's got to go through the shit I had to go through a couple weeks ago.
Hang on a second. Didn't he whip out a gun and then you whipped out a gun and then you both had
No. Okay, so this happened to Ronin like a year or two ago, right? Like I was streaming, right? And like this dude we were just I forget who it was, but we were just talking about different like fucking calibers of guns. And so I was like, yeah, like one thing I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get a 357 with a 4-inch barrel because I have a giant. I'm not gonna show you because it'll shut your stream down, obviously. But it's what?
Sorry, carry on.
No, I was gonna say that that fucking Matua is a disgusting black troll.
Oh my god!
Like, I mean, he's a dude. Frankie, do you know how
Matua is black? But anyway.
Yeah, no. He. I mean, he denies it, but you have to understand. You have to understand the emotional turmoil that Matua was put in. When like relatives on both sides of his family are inviting him independently to see them fight. Like when Damon Jackson knocked out Damon Blackshear, right? You gotta understand that on one side of his family, he's cousins of Damon, and Montel on the other. So like he just couldn't go to that fight, and it sucked so much for him. Like, I feel it.
What?
Like it's it's like people don't understand the struggles of like the of the black man. Like Matua, and Matua, he would do his race some good by just opening up, but he refuses
to deny being black. That's all I'm saying. I've never heard that one before.
I know, dude. Matua is one of a kind like that, dude. What the fuck was I talking? Dude,
he's still here. He's
yeah, of course he is.
He's missing.
Yeah, he just said, "I'm not fucking black." Look at him, dude. His denial game is almost as strong as like
I think you're miles behind in the chat, bro.
I'm looking at it in fucking in Restream.
In YouTube. Oh, in Restream. Okay.
Yeah. I'll go to YouTube. Dude, hold on. I was trying to say something about Merab. Oh yeah. So Merab fought fucking Umar in his first title defense. Understandably angry because he had like 5 or 6 months before his first title defense, and it's against like the fucking only guy who could possibly beat him. And meanwhile, O'Malley won the belt, got a layup first title defense against Marlon Vera. I mean, so I see that. Anyway, he wins. Now it's like, if anyone's gonna say they cleaned out their division, it would be fucking it would be Merab, and like, and yeah, I mean, so I guess my bigger point is that Ilia Topuria going to lightweight is retarded, and he's ducking Movsar low key.
Do you think Ilia Topuria has fucked up his career?
Yeah, a little bit, because he's gonna. I mean, had he Jesus Christ, sorry, I'm still half crashed out from yesterday. Yeah, no, the answer is yes, because if he negotiated his way to a fucking title shot at like if he did what Volkanovski did, and didn't vacate the belt but went up to try to be a double champion and fight Islam, right? That would be that wouldn't be ruining his career. By vacating the belts, right? He's gonna wind up, dude. His only fight at 155 was against Jai Herbert, and Jai Herbert gave him problems, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and like if he doesn't go right into a fight against Islam, all right, and he like you'll really see what the UFC, if the UFC like is happy or not about his move. So by who they give him first. If they give him Oliveira or even Armin, the UFC is like, fuck you, Ilya. Like your O is gone. Like if they give him Dustin,
they're gonna do Armin and Gaethje. They're gonna do Armin and Gaethje, I reckon.
I mean, should Armin really get punished that badly for fucking,
You know what I think fucked him? I think it was not just pulling out of the fight. I think he pulling out of the fight, fucking around with that Nina Drama cunt. I think that's what fucked him.
Bro, she's my friend, bro. Stop. I actually don't care. You could call her a cunt. I don't have to fucking defend her. But dude, how is that not on him, Frankie? Like, I mean, I guess you are putting it on him. Like, but dude, it's like, how is she a succubus for him fucking simping, doing his little fucking twirls and breaking his back or whatever?
No, I respect it. I respect it. I don't know how that gets you women, but I respect it. I respect
it. It doesn't. You think she, dude? Trust me, I would know if she fucking, if he pulled her off that. But I mean, Jesus fuck, dude. Like, I mean, dude, by the way, Frankie, it's not that. She's employed by the UFC. So fucking, I mean, he was just doing his interview with her. Like, it would be a different story if he fucking, everyone is a cunt to the British, except it. I
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
dude.
I
I'm
wasn't
fucking,
saying she's specifically a cunt. I mean, you know, all women are
dude,
cunts.
I know. I was being fake angry. People have a problem deciphering that. And by the way, Aaron, I'm a Capricorn too, bro. Like, word. Even though star signs mean fuck
Well,
off.
I thought
But,
this was Aaron Tats for a minute, but apparently it's not.
no, it's Aaron Capricorn. It could be Aaron. Aaron Tats doesn't seem like a guy who, I like Aaron Tats. He doesn't seem like an
It's not Aaron
alt.
Tats. It's
not Aaron Tats.
a new Aaron.
It's Aaron Capricorn. Gilly hallucinating. How am I hallucinating, Ty?
Armin faked an injury. All right, we're getting into it now. Do you?
Yeah.
Captain, because we haven't
Do you
heard from
really believe that he faked an injury? Really?
This is what I'm saying.
Why would he do that?
I want to ask Capitan. Do you think that Armin Sarukian should be punished and should not get the title shot?
Yeah. Good question.
What do you reckon, bro?
I mean, that could have happened. Yes, that could have happened.
It's gonna happen.
Yep.
I have a weird feeling they're gonna do Gaethje and fucking. They're gonna do Gaethje and.
So who? Okay, Frankie and Refujo. Who do you guys think that Ilya? Do you think Ilya gets the fucking title shot against Islam that he will absolutely lose?
I don't think so.
If they so here's what I'm saying, right? If they give him Oliveira, or they give him to Oliveira, I should say, or Armin, the UFC is fucking not happy with Ilya. If they give him Dustin, or they give him Gaethje, he beats Dustin or Gaethje probably. Gaethje probably easier.
They must have given him some sort of assurances though to get a title shot or something big if he's given up his belt.
Didn't he? Is it true? I never found out if this was true or not, that he himself said he wanted Oliveira.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna happen against Islam, because I mean there are still 7 guys to the top 10 of the division, and he has not fought yet, because all of those champions, they wanted to like the second belt before lapping the division. I mean, they just wanted to move stuff. I mean, there's like another guys to the pipeline, like John Silva, who could be like the top guy by the time Ilya has fought most deserving contenders. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be
dude. Well, Refujo, like my point though is that Ilya. First of all, you got Movsar. Okay, Movsar is like
Movsar and then fucked off. That was a mistake.
Yeah. I mean, you could argue too that Volkanovski deserves a rematch. You know, after a full training camp. You could also argue Diego Lopez. That argument's there as well. I mean, you know, Merab's a guy who, if anybody, that was my point, is like Merab is somebody who could argue that is like, I've cleaned out. I mean, except maybe for Figueiredo, but he just lost to Jan. Like, you know, I mean, it's like, who hasn't Merab beaten at bantamweight? Who's like a serious contender, except for Vinicius Oliveira.
Now that Ilya is not the champion, it definitely opens it up for Merab to go up.
I mean, yeah, but it's like, you know, I think that, like, I mean, dude, I'm really about somebody trying to, like, you know, basically it's like you become the champion. It's like, you know, because, you know, to shoot for becoming the, like, you know, breaking the record for the dominant champion at that weight class, right? So who would it be at bantamweight, right? Is it Dominic Cruz has the most title defenses at bantamweight? No, fuck no. Who is it? Somebody. I mean, yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna beat Demetrius Johnson.
No, it's Aljamain Sterling who's got the most title defenses, isn't it?
Yeah, but there was like
no, he has no. Fuck that. He has 3. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think it could be though. You know.
Oh, Merab, dude, the Merab will fucking break that record. Islam just broke lightweight. It was BJ Penn, Jens Pulver, and Habib were tied at 3. And then Islam as well. And then Islam just did his 4th and broke that record. He's not going anywhere, dude. He's not going anywhere. He's staying at lightweight. You know? And I mean, Ilya should have shot for like breaking Jose Aldo's record. Like,
no, you know, I think Aldo has the most consecutive title defenses, because I think with Dominic Cruz, he got stripped or whatever, and then he won the belt back. I think. But anyways, go on.
Yo, Tim Denham, do you want to take the same bet I made with Frankie? that he never fights Aspinall? Because I say he fights Aspinall in November at Madison Square Garden. Like,
Yeah.
but it's like, Tim, you want to put actual money down? Anyway, I mean, I'll let Tim marinate on that, but fucking yeah, no. Anyway, though, like dude, I don't know. The welterweight division is like another one where it's like, you know, like, wait, hold on, Tim. You realize Ilya hasn't fought his division? Yeah, and
Yeah,
dude, see,
same.
despite Anakin's, you know, I mean, you know, I don't accuse people of like, you know, Dagestani glaze or Brazilian glaze very often. Despite Anakin's absolutely having been convicted and sentenced to life in prison for Dagestani glazing, I do agree with him about fucking Ilya just ducking the fuck out of Mosar. And you know, I mean, you know, he like, I mean, the stylistic mismatch and Mobsar's fucking tenacity, like, I mean, that's probably a fight that Ilya loses. But I mean, and the other thing too is if he goes up to lightweight, he loses. But what does he do? He goes back down to featherweight with his fucking tail between his legs. Like, you know, it's hard to. Both of Bilal's sons fighting this time.
Yeah, it's Brady and Leon.
Oh yeah.
Brady and Leon.
Oh, Bella.
Oh shit! Oh, word.
being a
Yeah, he knocked out Sean Brady. He dunked Leon on his head. Very true. Now, you know what else is crazy though? Isn't it crazy that, you know, whether Bilal defends successfully against JDM or JDM grabs that belt, they're both just keeping it warm for Shavkat.
Yeah, JDM's not gonna beat Bilal, I don't think, but I live in.
I mean, it's. I watched some more tape, you know, and I'm not. It didn't change my mind, but it's not as like, I'm not as open and shut on Bilal winning as I was, but I do think that I mean, you know, his striking is very good, very underrated still, even after what you saw against Leon. And like, you know, like, oh my God, Betty, yeah, great. Paul Craig, yeah, that was Ankalaev's first fight in the UFC, and he lost to Paul Craig. Johnny Walker KO'd Paul Craig, dude. Bo Nickel fucking point fighted his way to a victory against Paul Craig. Brendan Allen beat Paul Craig. All right, and that was prime Paul Craig too, dude. Like, he subbed fucking Jamal Hill.
Sorry, prime Paul Craig is just a funny thing to say for anyone to say.
Dude, I mean, it existed. It happened, bro. It happened.
And he did. I mean, and fucking dog walked for like 14 minutes,
right?
58 seconds.
But think about this though. Think about this. Right now, right? You say prime Izzy, and it's like, wait, there was a prime, like one more loss, bro. Like, you know, they make that Roman Delite versus Izzy fight. Roman wins, especially by finish, and you start talking about, huh?
It could happen. We could get.
Oh yeah, no. I think it should happen. And honestly, at this point, I take Delite over Izzy after, because, like, you know, I don't think Izzy. Whether it's that he's mentally broken, which does happen to certain fighters, or he, you know, just because, like, he was beating Dricus and then he fucked up. Like he fucked up and the onus is on him. Like, you know, he made a stupid ass move in the 4th round and that's how he got caught. But then against the Mavov dude, he just wasn't cautious at all. Like, you know, and he wound up getting fucking rocked. I mean, the same thing kind of happened with Strickland, although Strickland, you know, forced him into a position that he just didn't know what to do in. But yeah, Betty, yeah, guess what, Betty? Pereira got fucking knocked out cold by Israel Adesanya, and then he just got fucking worked by Ankalaev. So, like, I mean, you know.
I'm with Paradox as well. I don't think that Delinsky beats Israel Adesanya, but I'm saying the fight could definitely be on the cards.
I don't
way down there.
I mean, dude, Paradox, just like me, took Izzy to beat fucking Mavov, and, you know, I mean, you know, no one saw it going the way it did, for sure. Like, I don't care who you took, no one saw it going like that. lost to Reyes, cheated with the legal. Okay, dude, Ty, I know all that, and I said all that. What the fuck? Like,
Gilly, I don't know what's going on with your chat. You're like these chats are
oh,
more.
I'm really behind. Yeah, let me go to
Yeah,
fucking.
they're like an hour behind.
I'm an hour behind, dude. Dude, I get shit for this. Meanwhile, Bodak was literally an hour. Where's Jigsaw Kid? Fucking dude, Jigsaw. Dude, Bodak and I are definitely
I
like
don't think Jigsaw Kid is a
Bodak
fan.
and I are cool now. But Jigsaw Kid definitely mogged him in a fucking debate about soccer, actually. That I had to, I'm in the chat, so I had to fucking, I had to give a ruling on. And so Musical comes in and he's like, he's calling Bodak a fucking calling Bodak a stats nonce. Because Bodak is like frantically Googling different shit.
Bodak's my boy. I think Bodak's actually live now, so I'm gonna wrap up fairly.
Is he live?
This was supposed to be a setup for Bodak's stream, and we've gone off on one a little bit.
Dude, I made my stream a setup for your stream.
You're
you know that, Frankie?
by the way. We need to do this because and by the way, we need to find a way of getting before we head off here. First of all, can I give out a shout out to Captain Refugio? Thank you for turning up again, my brother.
Yeah,
No
dude.
problem.
Oh, yo, dude,
Shout out to
Refugio.
Giuliano.
Yes, sir?
Refugio. Thanks for coming through my my stream before, dude. Obviously,
Yeah, no problem.
I
I mean, no problem.
I think I saw you on that as well. Capitan's doing the guest appearances like crazy. You know, I love it.
yeah, yo, I'll start linking you in the descriptions of shit. Like, like I have with I put class.
Grimy, this is what Sunday's turned into. Sunday has just turned into the ramble of all rambles. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, although we did so like, what did we cover though? Just a quick recap. We did cover like some
covered
decent
a lot of shit,
like.
To be fair,
Yeah,
we did.
I mean, I think Grimy's
how much money John Jones has, which was good.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, it's like, it's annoying to like go off on that, but it's like, I mean, the only fucking reason for that is that like, it's like one of my fucking points. That's part of my reasoning. Anyway, is this a real argument? Nah, dude, it's not a real argument, dude.
No, you're way behind, bro. All right, we're gonna head over to Bodak now. If you guys don't mind, some love. I'm gonna
okay.
back on Tuesday. I think I might do another panel on Tuesday just to set up for the London.
Yo, did you do the fucking movie stream without me, you son of a bitch?
No, I didn't. I fucking didn't, bro. The movie stream never got off the ground because I did a poll, not a poll. I did like an open panel, and then did like I raised the question, and just everyone just didn't want to talk about it.
That's weird. Yeah, we gotta, dude, we gotta like organize that.
We need to do it.
Yeah.
Literally,
yeah, I mean,
we'll pick a day like Thursday, and I'm just gonna be like, whatever people try to talk about, I'm just gonna be like, shut the fuck up. We're talking about this. And I'm just gonna
dude. Like here, I'll make a thumbnail. It'll be a goated one, and I'll DM it to you. You see what you think.
On yours, maybe you should set it up on yours, and then we can do it there.
Yeah. I can do that shit for sure.
I'm down for that.
Yeah,
we need to get into the movie side of it.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna be like, fucking movie stream featuring fucking Fight Night Frankie, and I'll get Musical to come in it maybe, or like whoever the fuck else. Next time I go live, I'll fucking put up a poll for like who the guest should be, other than you, because it's obviously.
I need to get Grimy up in this bitch as well, because Grimy's one of my favorite humans. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to Giuliano. Thank you very much, bro, for pitching up again.
Yeah, of course, man.
As always, it's always fun. If you guys could head over, shout out to obviously Capitan as well. If you guys could head over to Bodak now, I'd really appreciate it because I think he's just getting going over there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it, Bodak.
So let's get over to Bodak, boys.
Wait, is he? Yeah, he's live. He's live.
Shout out to everyone here. Shout out to everyone in the chat who turned up as always. Much love to everyone. Really appreciate it. We're very close to 1,000 subs now. I think I've got like 20 to go. So we're
nice,
getting
close.
All right.
Nice. Yo, if Bodak can actually teach me how to buy subs for real, maybe I'll buy. I'll buy some for you. No, not you, but Paradox and Good Noodle, since they continue to be lazy as fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, brother, shout out to you guys. I'll catch you all on Tuesday. Judy, thank you for turning up. Captain, appreciate it, bro. We'll do another one on Tuesday. Much love, Lane. Paradox. All you guys, take it easy. Much love, boys.